Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about my 2025 low buy rules, and we're going to take a look at all of the new upcoming luxury makeup sneak peeks. I'll be sharing what I'm planning to purchase, what I'm planning to skip. Of course, all of my purchases are informed by my low buy rules, so we can't really discuss one without talking about the other. And I'm sure I'm not alone in feeling a bit overwhelmed by the size of my current makeup collection. I am a beauty lover, I am a beauty content creator, so of course I am still planning to purchase anything that's really outstanding, but I also want to stay disciplined and cool my jets a bit in 2025. As always, I love hearing from you, so if there's anything you're really excited about, a product that you must see a review on, let me know down below in the comment section. I always take the comments into consideration as well. But as far as the low buy is concerned, I've been mulling this over and sort of thinking about it for a while now. We're already in the beginning of February, and I don't have any hard, fast rules. This is a self-inflicted low buy, so I reserve the right to change my opinion at any moment. This is a short list of what I've come up with so far. Feel free to share any of your suggestions or recommendations. Rule number 1, no blushes. I have over 100 blushes currently in my collection. Beautiful shades, beautiful formulas. I really do not need any other blush, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna break this rule pretty soon. Rule number 2, no lipsticks, no lip glosses, at least until I finish something. So a one in, one out situation. I just don't go through lipsticks very often. Lip glosses, yes, I tend to finish. It does take me a very long time. I really want to stick to this one. I might also break this one. Rule number 3, no large eyeshadow palettes. I've basically been living by this rule for the last few years anyhow. I've been toying with the idea to just limiting myself to 3 beauty purchases a month, including fragrance, hair care, body, just 3 purchases, 3 new products, and that's it. And I really don't think it's that restrictive. Maybe only the months that Chanel launches an entire collection, then I might feel the squeeze a little bit. But in the month of January, so far this year, I've only purchased this Hourglass foundation, which is still in the box. I have yet to try this. The new Gucci mascara and a pink nail polish from the Dior Spring collection, which I technically don't really count. But even if I counted the nail polish, that's just 3 items right there. Now let's get into these sneak peeks and talk about what looks good, starting with the Chanel Camelia collection. I got these images from the Voce magazine Instagram page. The obvious standout of this collection is the tricolor blush, which immediately puts me at odds with my low buy rules. But I have to have this. Are you kidding me? I don't want to purchase blushes, but I cannot not pick up this Camelia blush. It has 3 beautiful shades. I love a peach blush. I love a warm orange sunset blush. I love the Camelia design embossed on the powder and how it has little stitch marks. It immediately made me think of a blush from 2016. I wish I had it in my collection. It was so beautiful and such a standout. This was more of a ribbon detailed effect, but it had the same stitching. It was bright, it was vibrant, it was rosy and orange. Very similar, but I actually prefer the Camelia. I feel like this is one of those really special pieces from Chanel. I feel very strongly about the blush. I don't really love the eyeshadow quad very much. I think it's nice. I think it looks very soft and fresh, very spring inspired, just not a standout. I love the little Camelia design embossed on the powders, but this color story just does not move me at all. The neutrals, the pewters, the pearl color, I think look really pretty, but I don't like the look of that pink. I have plenty of pink Chanel eyeshadows that I don't really touch as it is. And these quads are so expensive. I mean, I don't even know the price of this, but I imagine it's going to be around $70 for 4 small eyeshadows. If I already know that I don't like one of the shades, that tells me that I need to skip. Arm swatches are not really the best way to judge how an eyeshadow is going to look on the face. But based on these swatches, I'm a little bit underwhelmed. I just feel like they're going to be so insanely soft that I can't really get excited about. The nail polishes, well, the peachy pink nail polish looks really pretty. The other shade I don't really get, doesn't really make sense with the collection. The Stilo Ombre A contour sticks, these do intrigue me a little bit. Not so much the brown, maybe that pewtery shade. The green I could skip. the orange, the bright orange, I think looks incredible. If you are going to invest in a pop of color, I think this stick is the best way because you could always just draw all over your lid if you want pigment all over, or you could do eye kohl, eyeliner. It's a little more versatile and it's a little bit less of a commitment than an entire palette. The orange is the standout to me here. And then these lippies. These lippies look so beautiful. I love the pearly sheen. I think both shades look really beautiful. I love the sort of nudie peach, the berry. I really need to stop buying lipsticks, but these look so stunning. They remind me of the Guerlain lipsticks that recently launched. I have two currently sitting in my shopping cart. I have not checked out yet because I'm trying to be strong and resist the urge. And I know these are coming soon. Hopefully they're coming soon. So I don't know. I love this look because it's not glitter. It's not chunky. They don't look metallic on the lips, but they're just going to reflect light in a really beautiful, really flattering way. This looks like Rouge Coco Flash, so maybe a little bit more pigmented, although these look really sheer and I love it. So I'm really tempted by the blush, the lipsticks, and the pink nail polish from this collection. I have already reached out to my SA and I inquired about when this would launch. She said she wasn't sure, but she would keep me posted. So as soon as I hear any updates, I will let you know. I think she's pretty tight-lipped with me because obviously she knows I have a YouTube channel and I'm most likely going to broadcast the information. So you might have a better chance of squeezing out intel than I have. If you know anything, make sure you let us all know down in the comment section. Now, this sneak peek shook me to my core yesterday when I saw this pop up on my Instagram feed. This is on the Trend Mood page. It is a sneak peek of the fall Chanel collection. Just one little peep. One single eyeshadow palette. I'm sure there's going to be much more to come. I do love the color story though. This got me a little excited, especially because this is a true teaser. We don't have the entire collection. The whole thing isn't spoiled at this point. We know that if nothing else, we have a neutral eyeshadow quad. Yes, it's boring. It's neutrals. How many more browns do you possibly need? The truth is, you probably don't need any eyeshadow. The way I see it, if I'm going to be purchasing any eyeshadows with my own money, they have to be colors that I know I'm going to get use out of. I live in browns. Does this look repetitive? Yeah, it looks like a mix of maybe the Tweed palette, a little Rivoli in there. There's probably a little mix and match of a few other neutral quads that we're familiar with. I do really like the design. I can't tell if it's buttons. It sort of looks like a button collection, which they've done in the past for a holiday launch, but I think it looks beautiful and I feel like this is something that I would absolutely wear. And considering how terrible the fall collection has been, at least in my opinion, for the last at least 2 years, I'm excited. I can't help myself. I know people are gonna say this is a snooze fest, but I'm saving my money for a quad like this. Something that's going to give me those warm, sultry, a little bit smoky eyes, still could be an everyday look. I would use it in my review and I would continue using it way beyond the review. Hopefully there's so much more. Hopefully Trend Mood doesn't get dinged for posting this. I love how she's dangling the carrot and I'm biting because this looks really good to me. Moving on from Chanel, it looks like 2025 could be the year of highlighters, although we have had a lot of blushes launched this year as well. We have a new highlighter from YSL and Dior. I will most likely be skipping both of these just because I have so many highlighters in my collection. I don't really go through them that quickly. I'm tempted by the Dior simply for the packaging. The packaging is outstanding, but I am firmly boycotting this launch if these are not refillable compacts. It is such a shame that they come out with these gorgeous compacts that should be refillable, but then you use up the highlighter. Hypothetically, let's say you go through the highlighter and then you just throw it away. It's so wasteful. We are filling landfills with packaging just like this when we could at least just have a pan refill. The bluish undertone looks the most interesting to me. Peach and gold are sort of obvious. Pink looks stunning, but I do have plenty of pink highlighters as well. And then it's really difficult to tell if this is silver or maybe like an opalescent seafoam. And then we have an iridescent bluish highlighter. This looks very different in the pan. I feel like it could maybe work. I don't know. I had a lot of luck with the Gucci purpley blue highlighter. I think that one is stunning. It's very wearable. So I'm interested to see if this is really intense blue, or is it too cool tone, too silvery, or did they come up with a formula that is more on the wearable side like Gucci? I'm tempted by these, more so the Dior than the new YSL highlighters. It looks like there are only 3 shades. We have a pearl, gold, and rose gold. I'd be curious to maybe see them in person. I won't really go out of my way to visit a store, so I will most likely skip this, although I do think they look pretty. I'm sure they're pretty. YSL does incredible things with complexion. Complexion and lips, I think YSL really thrives. Eye products, not as much, or I don't think they're as competitive with their eye products. Speaking of eyes, we have a new eyeshadow collection from Charlotte Tilbury. This looks like an expansion of the eyeshadow launch they did several years ago when they brought out a quad. They were meant to match your eye color, so you had a palette that was great for green eyes, for blue eyes, for brown eyes, for hazel eyes. And it looks like they have now a 9-pan version, sort of an extended version of those quads. At least for the moment, I am planning to skip this launch. No large eyeshadow palettes. Shouldn't be too difficult since I still have all of those eyeshadow quads from a couple years ago. But one thing I will say about Charlotte Tilbury, you have to give credit where credit is due. I love that she creates products that are so user-friendly. She says, you with the brown eyes, here's an eyeshadow palette. Every single shade in this palette is going to be complementary with your eye color. Every shade is going to look good on you. There's not one tone in here that is going to be the skip. And that's really the pain point of larger eyeshadow palettes. You might like a handful of the colors, but almost always you can spot that 1 or 2 shades that you're not that excited about, or you just know you're never going to touch. Every single shade in that palette sort of goes. They're very cohesive. So I love the concept. I love the idea. I love how she creates makeup for real life. I think it's been a while since we've discussed a Chantecaille launch. This is their new spring collection. I believe this is available now. It has butterflies. Very pretty. The packaging is stunning. I love butterflies. I think most of us do, but unfortunately this is a skip for me because the soft kind of pastel-y shades inside just don't really speak to me. I know I wouldn't get a lot of use out of them. I think they're nice. I think it's very wearable, sort of soft, minimal, wearable makeup, exactly what you expect from Chantecaille. And finally, we have a new foundation on the horizon. This is new from Givenchy. It's the Prism Libre Glow Serum Foundation. A few months ago, I received an email from Givenchy asking me to fill out a Google form and include my shades. So this may be coming to me in PR. It's very rare that I receive anything from Givenchy, so that's why I'm not holding my breath. But I do think the formula sounds interesting. I love anything with skincare built in, luminous finish, decent coverage, looks like a respectable shade range. So I'm excited. Hopefully this is sent to me and I will be able to review for you soon. Even if I never heard from the brand, I would be excited about this just because I love a skincare foundation. That's one thing that I always will be interested to try, especially because I don't really have a go-to holy grail foundation at the moment. I have been using my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation and I love it. Every time I wear it, it looks beautiful. Today, I'm wearing the Tom Ford Stick Foundation, and because I've been wearing the NARS for so long, I can notice a very subtle difference between them, and I definitely prefer the NARS liquid to the Tom Ford Stick. I'm trying to sort of go through what I have, but also still search and hunt for the best foundation formula. Of course, there are way more launches coming soon, but those are all of the notable products that really stood out to me, things that I would normally consider one way or another. So that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on these products. products, hearing about my low buy for 2025. As always, I will be linking anything mentioned. All of the products on my face will be down below in the description box and tagged directly to this video for your convenience. I will continue to provide links and resources for those people who are interested to make it easier on you, but that is in no way my green light to say, go ahead and buy everything, buy it all. Absolutely not. We are being disciplined. We are being focused in 2025. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.